In this video, we are going to do some questions of definite integration. And as you can observe that almost every question has an absolute function, right? Or absolute function, you may call it as modulus function, right? And these all questions have been tested in board examination, CBSE board examination in previous year. So there is some common method of solving all these questions, and that's why I'm going to solve all together. If not all of them, at least I'll be solving one question of each type. So let's begin with the first question. I'll go for, say, this one. Now, in the first question, as you can see, we have a function called modulus x plus 2, and the limit is minus 5 to 5. And then we have to evaluate it. As I discussed earlier, that first thing that we'll do is to convert them into normal function. For that, I'm going to equate this with 0. On equating with 0, I get x is equal to minus 2. Next, we will draw a number line. In this number line, we can figure out that the lower limit is, what's the lower limit? Is minus 5, and the upper limit is 5. And this turning point, that is minus 2, will be inserting between these two. Next, what you can figure out that this function, or maybe this only, what you can observe that within the limit minus 5 to minus 2, what you'll get here? Will you get a positive or negative? So you can plug in a value. Let's say if I take minus 3 on placing x as minus 3, I'm getting negative. So within this limit, it is negative. And if I take any value minus 2 to 5, I can take 0. So if I place 0 here, I'm getting positive. So we can figure out that within the limit minus 5 to minus 2, this function will be negative. And in the limit minus 5 to minus 2 to 5 is going to be positive. So we'll begin with solving by splitting the limit. So the limit now will change from this to minus 5 to minus 2, right? And as I can see that in this limit, the function is negative. So I'll say it's negative of x plus 2. Next, for the other part, the limit here is what? It's minus 2 to positive 5. So it's minus 2 to positive 5, and the function in this case is positive. So we'll say it's positive x plus 2 dx in both cases. Now, what next? Once we have obtained these things, next we are going to integrate it and place the limit. So on integrating this, so I can keep this minus sign outside, right? So integration of x is what? This is x squared by 2, and integration of 2x is 2x, sorry. And the limit is minus 5 to minus 2. Then it's a plus sign. Same way, integration of x is what? X squared over 2, and this is 2x. And the whole limit is, this time it is minus 2 to 5. Next, I'm going to place the limit here. Now, as I place the limit, this is first upper limit minus lower limit, right? So minus 2 here. So minus 2 square is 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Plus minus 2 here is what? Minus 4. This we obtained by placing the lower limit, sorry, upper limit minus the lower limit. Now replacing x with minus 5. So it's positive 25 by 2. And replacing x over here is what? Minus 10. This is by placing the upper limit. Now I'm going to do the same thing over the other part. So here we are going to place x as the upper limit. As you can figure out, the upper limit is what? 5. So 5 square is 25. So it's 25 over 2 plus 5 into 2 is 10. Minus the lower limit. This is 2 square is what? Minus 2 square is 4. 4 over 2 is 2. That's right. I repeat, placing x as minus 2. So minus 2 square is positive 4, right? 4 divided by 2 is 2. And here if I place x as minus 2, I'll get minus 4. Okay, finally, I'm going to open this bracket, but then we need to be careful about because there are many brackets here, right? So this is what? This is -2, right? Okay, let's do in steps. So this 2 minus 4 is what? -2. And if I open the inside bracket, it is what? -25/2 and +10. Okay. Now you can figure out from here, if you open this bracket, the sign is going to be reversed, right? So this will become positive, this will become positive, and this will become negative. This will become negative. This way we can shorten the working. So I just open this bracket. And plus, if I open these brackets here, this is 25/2 plus 10. And this is how much? -2. But then there is a minus sign before it. So it's going to be +2. Now what get cancelled? -10 plus 10 get cancelled. And at the end, it is what? 2 plus 2, which is 4. And this is 25/2 plus 25/2, that is 50/2, which is 25. And that comes out to be 29. Yeah. So we'll say our final answer after evaluating is 29. Now let's move to the next question. Now in the next question, as we discussed, we are doing with the absolute function here. And as we discussed earlier also, that first we are going to split them into normal function, and then we will integrate, placing the limit and to get the result. So first we will make a number line here, and we'll write the lower limit, which is 1, and the upper limit as 4, I can see from here, right? Now next what we are going to do is to equate this with 0 is what? Equating this with 0 is 1, which is already included. Equating this with 0 is what? 2, which is, I'll write here. Equating this with 0 is 3. I'll write here 3. Now the first limit is 1 to 2. So this is I is equal to integration 1 to 2. So from 1 to 2, let's check. If I take a value here, right? I take a what? I can take 1.5. So for that, this will be positive. 1.5, this will be negative, and this will be negative again. So that means the first will be positive. So I'll write x minus 1. The second is negative. So negative of this is what? Negative of this is minus x plus 2, right? Minus x plus 2. And negative of this is what? Minus x plus 3 whole dx. Next limit is 2 to 3. So for the limit 2 to 3, let's say if I place 2.5 here, 2.5. So this is for 2.5, this is positive, positive, and negative. Okay, so I'll write x minus 1 as positive, and this also has positive, so x minus 2, and this is negative, right? So that means negative x plus 3. All right, this is dx. We are left with one more, and I decided to do in a single screen. That's why I'll minimize this. The last one is, that is from 3 to 4. That is 3 to 4. Here you can see 3.5. If I place here, you can observe that all of them are positive. So that is going to be x minus 1 plus x minus 2 plus x minus 3 dx. Now what getting cancelled here? Minus x plus x, this much. Yeah. Here minus 3 and 3 get cancelled, and then x also get cancelled. Here nothing getting cancelled. Okay. Now so for I is equal to integration 1 to 2, what we are getting is 3 plus 3 minus 1 is, no, 3 plus 2, 5 minus 1, that is 4 minus x dx. For here, I can see we are left with only x dx. And for the last, which is 3 to 4, this is 3x minus 6. Am I right? Yeah, it should be. Next, I'll do integration. So I is equal to integration. This is what? 4x minus x squared by 2 and the limit here is 1 to 2. For the next, it is x squared by 2, and the limit is 2 to 3. Last one is what? This is 3x squared by 2 minus 6x, and the limit is 3 to 4. Now our next job is the next thing is to place the limit here. So I'm going to place the limit. So it comes out to be what? 2, placing the upper limit. This is what? 4, 2s are 8. 8 minus 2 square is 4. 4 upon 2 is 2. And then the lower limit, which is 1. 1 into 4 is 4 minus 1 over 2 plus upper limit. I'll take half common here. So it's what? Upper limit is what? 3 square, which is 9, and 2 square, which is 4, plus I'd place the upper and lower limit. Now this is big. So 4 square is what? 16. 16 over 2 is 8. 8 into 3 is 24. Repeating, 4 square is 16. 16 into 3 is 48 by 2 is 24. Minus placing, that's 0. 24. Minus placing the lower limit. 3 square is what? 9. 9 3s are 27 over 2. And this is 16 to 3, that is 18. So what we have now, 8 minus 2 is 6, and this is 4 into 2, 8. 8 minus 1, 7 by 2, plus 9 minus this is 5 over 2, and plus this one is 0. So from here, I'll get what? I'll get minus 27 by 2 and positive 18. Now what next is 6 plus 18 is how much? 24. So this is 24 minus, these are to be added. So it's 27 minus 27 minus 27 is, okay, do like this. So this is minus 7 plus 2 is minus 2. Minus 2 minus 2 is minus 2 minus 27 is minus 29 over 2. And finally it is 48. Yeah, 48 minus 29 by 2. So that is 19 by 2. Am I right? 48. Yeah, 48. 18 minus 9 is 9. That's correct. So this will be the final answer for this. Now in the next question, we have to evaluate this absolute function where the limit is given here. Now check here, this function which is inside this absolute function can be factorized. So I can see this is x cube minus x can be factorized as taking x as common. This is x squared minus 1, which can be written as a minus b, a plus b. Now next is to obtain the number line and their limits. So I can see from here the lower limit is minus 1, the upper limit is 2. So I'll write minus 1 here and 2 here. Equating this with 0, what you're getting? 0. So I'll write 0 here. Equating this with 0, I'm getting what? 1. And equating this with 0 is minus 1, already included. And next, we are going to look into the sign of this function within the specified limit. So let's say I place minus half over here. So in this case, this will come as negative. This is also negative, and this is positive. So we'll say is finally we are getting a minus sign here. No, minus minus plus, right? A plus here. Let me show you again. This will give negative, this will give negative, this will positive. So minus minus plus. So we'll get this as plus positive. Now next is placing any number between 0 to 1. I can say half. So in case of half, this is positive, this is negative, and this is positive. So positive, negative, positive is what? Negative. So you can figure out that this will all give you positive. Now I'm going to split this function here, that is I is equal to integrals minus limit here, right? Minus 1 to 0. The function is positive in this case, so I'll write positive x cube minus x. For the next, which is the next limit is what? The next limit is 0 to 1, right? 0 to 1 in this limit. You can see that the function is negative. So what is negative of this? Can I say this is positive x and negative x cube dx? And for the last, that is positive here, that is from 1 to 2 limit, the function is x cube minus x dx. Next, we'll get the integration of this, which is what? X raised to the power 4 over 4 minus x squared by 2. And the limits are -1 to 0. Next is this is plus how much? X squared over 2 minus x cubed by 4. And the limit is, what's that limit? 0 to 1. 0 to 1. And plus, finally, it is x raised to the power 4 over 4 minus x squared by 2. This time the limit is 1 to 2. So -1 to 0, 0 to 1, and 1 to 2. Next, we are going to place the limit here. Now, first we'll place the upper limit. As you can see, upper limit is what? 0. So 0 placing here will give you 0. Minus the lower limit. Lower limit is -1 raised to the power 4 is positive 1 by 4. Minus 1 square is 1. So is positive 1 by 2. Okay, I missed 0. That's important. We write it again. I missed 0. So it's 0 outside, and inside we got as -1 by positive 1 by 4 and -1 by 2. Yeah, that's what we got. And then plus, here I'm going to place the upper limit, which is 1. So clearly it will give you half and -1 by 4. And to here, what we are getting, placing the upper limit 4. So 4 square is what? 16. So 16 upon 4 is 4 minus 2 square. 2 square is 4. 4 upon 2 is 2 minus upper limit, which is 1 by 4 minus 1 by 2. Okay, next is the final part of simplification. And if I can make space here. All right. Now what I'll get I is equal to, so it's minus half, -1 by 4 plus half, and then plus half -1 by 4. And this is 4 minus 2 is 2. And this is -1 by 4 plus 1 by 2. So how many 1 by 4 is there? 3 times. So -3 by 4. And how many halves are there? 1 half and 1 half. 3 halves. So this is 3 by 2. Is it 3 by 2? Yeah. And plus 2. Okay. This is, I can write 6 by 4 also, right? 3 by 2 is same as 6 by 4. What we get? 3 by 4. 3 by 4 plus 2. So that is 8 plus 3, that is 11 by 4 is our answer in this case.